You always ready.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. Thank y'all for tuning in to us today. We have a suggested, we had a lot of requests for this topic as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jose. I'm NJ. That's Jose.
Yeah. Or you can just call me Jay.
Yeah. And our next topic, a lot of requests was...
like a man who wants his woman to pay for everything. Basically, you know what I'm saying? He always wants her to go inside her purse. To pay for everything. So.
Okay. So talk about a man who always want...
A few women have already told me, they was like...
woman to go in
basically, that's a broke dude.
Right.
Just a bum guy. But I look at it as a little deeper than that. It's much deeper than that because I actually know a few guys who do this seriously. Like, yeah. And
really? So, that's what they do seriously. Okay, because
So it's I don't think they even look at it. And there's one particular guy I kind of do. I feel like he look at it like this, but the rest of them they don't look at it like that. They just look at it like getting over or whatever. But this one particular dude, I can see, I sense it from him. It's more of like a pimp mentality.
I got you.
Yeah. And so like you got it. The dude now if he ain't got it, yeah, that's just a leech you got on your hand. There's no it's a cold case on that one.
Right.
But then there's some guys you look at them, they got it. They splurging, see them all on social media or whatever like that. I mean, he ain't rich or whatever, but I mean he got it. He can fend for himself, but he never really does anything for the woman or whatever. They go out to eat. She always paying for it. They out shopping or whatever. She buying everything for him or whatever. Half the food that's in the house, she bought all the food. You know what I mean? But he can come in with a new pair of J's and a fresh new fit almost every week. You know what I mean? But he don't really too much do nothing for her or whatever. To me, that's kind of like on some. It's a little bit not quite 100%, but it's more on like a pimp.
Right.
Theory
so what do you think why men do that? Like why do you think those type of men just only
I'm gonna keep
want to go in her pocket and not theirs? But she always coming out. She always buying everything for them. She always buying them something to eat. She always, when they go out, she paying for it. And even she probably so generous, she'll still go out and buy him things and all that stuff. But he ain't doing the same for her. What makes that? What do you think that man is thinking?
I'm always just keep
it 100
straight and narrow. Like basically because she chooses to and because he can.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line. Like because there's certain aspects of a man, some sleazeball dude. You know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff we'll try with a woman, and if we can get away with it, got him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then they'll run the mile with it. You know what I mean? And the woman won't realize it because she's so head over heels with the dude. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 300.
And then sometimes the woman. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because the reason why stuff like that even happens, my personal experience, because I don't allow it. I've had women who try it on me, and then sometimes it could be a reverse thing or two. The woman wants to be in control, but what she don't realize is that there are some dudes who play that role because they think they're being controlled. They think the woman thinks she's in control, but really he's in control because he don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But then see those are women that the ones who want to be in control, they'll do that all day long, but they'll have a lot of this behind. He getting chewed out almost every damn day. It's no peace in the house. She whining and nagging and fussing about to knock it out almost every day. But then there's other women who doing that and are very submissive. She like a little cat compared to him. That's the ones with the dude getting over. Like she allowing it.
And then I feel like this because you said sometimes he doing that and the woman don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. Women realize. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, she chooses to, and because she can.
Right. And that's what he chooses to do that because he can, right? Because she ain't saying nothing. Right,
he done already tried it. A lot of us men kind of let that go sometimes. We'll slide and see how far we can go with this. Like, you want me personally, I just been bad experiences, so I cut that. Like, as soon as she started trying to do too much for me too soon, don't buy me nothing. Don't be trying to always... We do this, you gonna plan trips and no, we can either do it together and compromise on it, and we'll figure something out, or let me do that. Maybe I want to do something nice for us. Or if I want to go out and do something, if I want some company, then come on, it's all on me. But don't be just always so quick to do that just to win this guy over, because he'll feed into that. Right. And he'll, now you done got him spoiled with that.
Well, yeah, and I do understand. I understand that because, and then there's some women that, they don't pay it really any attention at first. It's almost like you start dating this person, or you going with this person, or whatever, and then it was a 50-50 kind of at the first week or two, or the first month, and then all of a sudden you realize you are now the woman is starting to put out more money, and he has laid back. Like he started it off with participating.
Yeah.
And then in about 2-3 weeks, then he just bagged off. And then the woman continued. Now she said in her head, shoot, I sure am, going in my pocket, buying a whole lot of stuff. Shoot, every time, we go out, I'm going in my pocket. And,
you wanna know what that is?
Every time, it's time for me to cook, or if he wants something to eat or whatever, I could be cooking all day, or that you could be doing all this all day, all week, all month, and he still haven't asked that woman, hey, do you need $1 for a loaf of bread? Or, hey, do you need $25 on your grocery bill, your food bill? Or, hey, now, he all over to your house, the woman's house, and then he taking baths, he running water, he eating, you cooking it, but the woman is paying the bill, she cooking the food, she buying the food, then when they go out to eat, she paying for that too, and then when they go out on trips, she paying for the hotel, and she paying, now she frustrated like, shoot, shit, I don't know, I'm paying for everything. And he ain't even offering, or he not even asking, do you need anything?
Now, when we say this, we're not talking about y'all have been together for a minute and he kind of fell off and now, he lost his job or something and he's trying to get back for it. Not really saying that, because that can happen.
That can happen too. That's what I'm saying. That's the part I just said.
Yeah, but we're talking about
you talked about when you first meet him.
Right. First couple
and that
of
was two scenarios in one video. We just hit them on how they do for a long term and how they do for a short term.
Yeah. And
either one of them ain't good. It don't matter how it go. Either one of them ain't good. You want to do long term, short term, just an hour term. It ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just that if you see that, I feel he using you or she using you.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like, it's about, why does a man want a woman to go in her pocket all the time? And I feel like that's a user. That's a user. But then you can see, like you said, they have stuff. It's not like the woman is spending out money because he not putting out money. But you see, he wearing stuff new. He drive a nice car. He doing... He got himself together.
That's why I say
he just ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah.
Or he just ain't helping you out. Or he just want you to dig in your pocket. So I don't know if he could save his money. Or is it that his money is going somewhere else?
That's a big possibility. That's a big possibility.
Is that...
Whoever she is he's running his game on, she ain't that important. That's just bottom line on that one. Like, she ain't that important. That's why I say it can be rolled as a pimp thing too. Like, she ain't important. And like you said, his ends can also be getting funded to somewhere else.
Right.
He probably got a baby mother over here, or he's probably secretly married or something.
Yeah, you funding something else. The reason why he can't help fund you.
Yeah, or he has some kind of little career. It could be like a little career. What is it? Like you singer, or actor, or rapper, or something, and they putting all their money into that. And then expect you to go ahead and catch the slack, man.
Yeah, and then I feel like this: if he gives you an excuse like, you might say something like, you might go out like 2 dates, ain't meant much, like you said, short term, and then you buying something, then you just hit them with, then the female just hit them with, oh, so you gonna pay for it this time, right? Because she's trying to get him to pay for something, and then he be like, oh, girl, I got a lot of bills, man. They hitting my check up. They garnishing me, or they this, that. I don't have it. Then right then that is also a person that if he have so many bills and so many whatever it is that he say why he can't help you out, then that's a clear sign that that woman needs to really go, because he's telling you right then that with however long I be with you, don't think I'm going to help you do anything, because I have other stuff that I'm dealing with.
But she ain't going to see that right off the bat. And some of them do, but they're naive to it. You want to know what that is?
What?
Good sex. Good sex. Man, look, I've been in a situation myself.
You just said short term, not long term. Well,
I've been in a situation myself where I met a woman, maybe a handful of them, and the vibe is there. Y'all like each other's company. Y'all have intercourse. And I don't never let that bake my head up, but it can play a factor into it. And then
she just fall in
they
love
act like,
with that person.
you the best thing they done had since at that moment in time, and then they get their mind warped around that, and it's like, okay, well now I gotta please him, and then
they start dishing out
and
money.
they doing whatever they can to keep this man. I've had a few women who keep it real with me. And I say anybody can say what they want. Everybody got their opinion, but I've had women. This is fact that I'm cool with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't with me, like, just cool, talking.
Yeah, that's right.
And they keep it 300, be like, if it wasn't for that nigga sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, like, he blowing your back out like that. Like, that is, it takes over. Like, sex to some people, but it's everything. Like, if that man can perform in that bedroom.
And then they do it like that. So then, like we said, we always try to find a solution to the problem. And my solution is one man, women. Don't even do it.
That's mostly because young women.
It's the older women too.
It can happen to older women.
I know some old women that. Hey, look, we had a request, and it was from a pretty older woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't matter who you are, ladies, young, middle-aged, old, you shouldn't have to go in your pocket for everything all the time. And it's time for us to change that. But if you doing it, I mean, it's good to do. Now, I myself I like to take turns in something. It's like, okay, you should always comment. It's like, okay, I pay for this trip this time, then he pay for that trip that time. Or we might go out to eat, and then he pay for 4 or 5 meals, and then it might be the 6th meal I decide to say, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But don't just sit down and then think that, my pocketbook came from Wells Fargo. You know what I'm saying? Where you just sit there and you waits on me to always just dish out money and pay and pay and pay and pay. That's not, no. It's time to let that person go. That's how I look at it. So what about you? Because you thinking real hard over it.
I ain't thinking real.
You thinking real hard over it.
No.
You thinking real hard. He said that she done told the women to stop it. Man.
You talking like I'm one of them cats.
No, I'm just saying. You thinking like, what should I say now? What should I say now? You probably got some homeboys like that. What can I say now? I got to protect my homeboys. Man, what do I got to say? Yeah, yeah, okay.
No, bro. No.
Okay.
It's just, like I said, it ain't no really excuse. It's just like, I've seen women. I'm a social scientist.
Right.
I love to study people. I love to just. I overanalyze a lot of stuff. I'm always cracking something down. Psychology is one of my favorite subjects, So but it's a lot of these women find a way to maneuver love. At least that's what they think it is. So quickly over this man, and they get to doing things that they normally know they wouldn't do. for that man, and this is one of them. You know, just basically taking care of him or whatever. And some women just will sit there and be proud and stand up and be like, well, I do it because I love him, or I really like him. Like, that's just me or whatever. But don't realize that can be your downfall. Like, you got to step back sometimes. Like, you can't do that with every dude. Right. Don't try to see what literally wait a few months, see what he gonna bring to the table, see what he offers, because you can come like that, and I ain't gonna lie, a real man, you know, like, he meet a chick that's doing all that off rip, he like two ways. You can be like me, or you can be the other way. Like me, I'd be like, you know, oh, hold up, you're doing too much. Like, hey, I honor that, I love that, but let's slow this down. You ain't gotta do all this for me, baby. It's cool. I don't want to take nothing from you. My quote to a lot of women that I deal with is, I'm not here to make your life harder than what I know it already is. That's just plain and simple. I'm here for a reason. One thing is not to do is not to stress you out. I'm not here to play mind games with you or anything like that. Or whatever. Like let's just vibe. Let's just have a good time. Get to know each other. Let's see where this goes. Then you got another type of man who will sit there. Like I said, I'll kind of stop it, but they'll let her do all that and be like, okay, then, you know, they'll bring it back tenfold. It don't be no way down the line or no year later, but they'll do it right then. Like, they'll see, like, she done did probably like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 great things for him already. It's been a few months they've been talking. He like, man, this is a keep right here. Now he buying her gifts. He's showing up with flowers at the door, whatever. He done sat there and paid for a cruise they finna take 2 months from down the road now. You know what I'm saying? He gonna help out with all the bills and shit like that. You know, you can come together with it. You know what I'm saying? But you got some dude who, man, they take it whole field advantage of that shit.
And then you right, because I want to touch on a point that you said earlier, and which is true, is some women do it because, you know, I know some women who have, it took them so long to find a relationship.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
You know, they went like a year single or 2 years single, and then they finally meet this guy that they, you know, that's kind of attracted to them, and they're attracted to the guy. And so when they meet this guy and then they go out with him one time, the feeling of just having a date or having someone who was interested in you after the woman going for so long without a date, she becomes vulnerable and she loves that feeling, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna try to do everything I can to keep him.
Wow, because
I really,
that's a good one. Right
it feels good, and I've been 2 years without a mate or a date or someone who I laid with or cared with.
I can admit when I've been topped.
So then
I've just been topped. That was good.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
So then, you know, she's like, I got to keep him. So then she'd be like, hey, I just want to know you're going to come over here today. I cooked. I got steak, and I got this, and I got this. She started off doing it. And then he come over like, wow, okay, let me go over here and eat some steak, you know. And then after that, and then the next day, you know, she called him again. Hey, I got free tickets to go to such and such. Would you like to go with me? And then he's like, all right, yeah, sure. So now she done spent for the ticket, well, even if they are free.
Wow.
You know, and then when they get to where they are, they walking around, and she loved the feeling. She, hey, would you like something to eat? You know, and then it starts from there. And a lot of that comes from a woman who was feeling lonely and vulnerable. And so when she finally meets something that she's been hoping for so long, she just started going all out in that type of way. So that's another thing, you know. So, but just know that sometimes you have to always step back, pause, reevaluate the situation. I know that being alone for a year and 2 years or whatever, and then when you finally meet somebody, that still don't mean that you lose yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't lose yourself and then become to where you want to be loved, so you're doing things to be loved, but then you're upset when that love don't return. You know?
They'll put up with it for so long.
Right. They'll
just
put up with it for so long.
Just keeping up.
Just keeping up hope. Holding on to hope.
On hope.
Right. So you just have to, women, you just have to, I know it feels good when I finally got a date or whatever, but then you have to still, you know, pump your brakes and hold on for a minute, you know, and just don't let yourself get used till there's no more using. you know, and then you're in a stressed out breakdown mode, you know, because if you think about it, it was you putting in all the effort, and then you get mad when he don't put any effort back. That's because he started the effort off from the beginning. You did. You didn't step back to see if he would put in the effort. But after a while, then you'll start getting real tired. That's when the woman will wake up. Mm-hmm. But then...
It's about too late.
Right, it's too late. And
you
then
all drained all your resources dry.
Right, and then she be asking him, well,
weight.
how come you don't take me? Now it's been about a year or something later. How come you don't never take me nowhere? How come you don't know? He's like, I ain't take you nowhere from the beginning. You were taking me. Mm-hmm. You know? So then you get feelings hurt. Mm-hmm. You know? So, yeah, just step back, reevaluate, and don't let yourself get used.
That was it right there. That was, like I said, stuff that I was saying, it plays a factor, but that was it. That I've been topped. That was the primary answer.
No,
right
but
there.
you had some very good
that
ones
was
as a man's point of view that we needed to hear. And, you know, I mean, really, because sometimes...
I only talk about stuff that I know about my experience.
And I know, but some women don't know that, because there's a lot of points that you brought up that I really didn't see it that way until you said it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So... And then it was something I said that you said, well, yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what our show is all about. That's what the Cafe is Now is all about. We find out kind of what each perspective think about it on a female and male point of view. So that was our topic for today, y'all. Yeah, so we glad that y'all tune in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you like to email us, our email address is cafeofknowledge88@gmail.com. All right, see y'all later.
Oh yeah. You didn't do your end quote.
Oh yeah, I sure didn't. I didn't do my end quote. See, that's why it always pays for someone to have your back. Okay, gain knowledge to prevent blockage. Okay? And we all know what that means. It means that the more you know, the harder it is for someone to block you from your goals and success.
That's awesome.
See y'all later.
Okay, hold on.
See, there you go.
No. All right,
go ahead.
Y'all got to forgive.
I know they laughing.
Y'all got to forgive. No, Dukes though, man, because she be talking to y'all like y'all from Sesame Street or something. I
love to say bye-bye. I'm just a person like that. You know, so what you want? All right, holla at y'all. Bye.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
You do that part. Bye, y'all.
All right.